Good afternoon, everybody. I believe we should be live. We are starting a new Nuzlocke run due to the issues with the silver metronome yesterday. File got corrupted somehow once I got to Mahogany Town. And I wasn't able to fix it, so I'm just calling that a loss. I decided, because I have 4 regions left in Nuzlocke before I do the rematch series. So I decided just to go ahead and jump into Emerald. It's probably the best of the 3 hoeing games. I played a physical copy of it 3 times in a row before I realized that it was corrupted. So, because every time I'd beat the game and save after the Elite Four, it would delete my file. So, it's been a little bit since I've played classic Hoenn, let's call it. I've played Alpha Sapphire a few times recently, but I have not done just regular Hoenn. So we're doing Emerald. Probably has the best decks for what we're doing. I am the dingo. Thank you, Sammy. So I randomized the type I was going to be using. Originally I was considering dark type. Then I would have only had, I think, 5 fully evolved Pokemon. Not even a full team. So I decided that wasn't a good idea. And then Poison came up on my randomizer wheel. So I looked at that, and it'll be interesting for sure. I've got a couple of fights that are going to be super concerning, with the first gym kind of being the first one, because I go into the first gym with just my starter and Dustox. Yeah. Okay, one thing I'm gonna do real quick. Speed up the text. I always like to change my frame. Nintendo GameCube. Game Boy Advance is connected to serve as the controller. Okay, no items in battle, but that will be helpful while grinding. So I went in and switched Torchic with Grimer, so I can use Grimer to start off with, because it and Coughing are both in the fiery path, so I wanted to eliminate the worry about a dupe or having to, like, catch 2 on the same route and stuff. she's got one of the fancy orange game cubes. But yeah, I went ahead and decided to start with Grimer. It, I think, has the best chance against Roxanne. We'll see how that turns out. And this is our starter. I was wanting to poison it so that when it started lowering my attack and stuff, it would still take damage. Okay, there we go. But yeah, I haven't played a whole lot of original Gen 3 Hoenn, especially not recently. I played through Ruby and Sapphire kind of concurrently in 2020 when I was putting my living decks together in home. And then I played through Emerald multiple times, as I mentioned earlier, and had the file delete itself after the Elite Four every time. Okay, so I decided to go with characters from Pretty Little Liars. Since I am just using poison types. And Sammy and I talked about the fact that pretty much every character in that show is toxic, so fits with poison types. Okay, I'll take care. Okay, so our first level limit is 15. I don't learn Sludge until 13, so that's probably going to be our best weapon against Roxanne. What was that? Oh. So I am going to train... does Mightyena... I don't normally worry about EV training, but I don't see us winning without doing a decent amount of damage. Yeah, Poochyena will be perfect to train on for a couple of levels. About Zigzagoon, I forget. And usually speed. Usually I consider the run doesn't start until I get Pokeballs, but considering I don't catch anything new until Petalburg Woods, the run has started, so if I do happen to have a training accident, I will have to restart the run. So, which is fine. You know, I'm only 10 minutes in right now, so not a huge issue. I chose to replace Torchic in this situation so that later on May will have Marshtomp and Swampert, which give her a huge advantage over me. I am also not catching Wurmple as my encounter. Which here my encounter was my starter. When I get to Petalburg Woods, my encounter is going to be Cascoon. So that way I know I have Dustox coming. It would suck to put a lot of investment into a Wurmple and have it evolve into Beautifly. I think this will be a good Nuzlocke to kind of temper some of my more aggressive tendencies. Which, you know, I've generally been pretty careful. I've taken some risks when I thought it was necessary, but I've generally been pretty careful doing my Nuzlockes. But this one I'm going to really have to be super careful. I hadn't even looked at Arya. Naughty. That fits. Naughty is plus attack minus special defense. Actually, a plus attack nature is best case scenario, so perfect. Well, let's head up. I'm going to try to get one more level, but I'm going to go heal real quick. Yeah, definitely don't want to have a KO and have to start over. And since Grimer's my only teammate for the next little bit, I gotta be very careful. And I'll have to switch train Cascoon because it's only bug type, so it evolves at level 10. And I catch it at level 5, so I'll have to switch train it for 5 levels before I can use it, which is fine. I'm going to go ahead and do that so I have it as a backup. Yeah, because Roxanne has 2 Geodudes and a Nose Pass, so this run could potentially stall at that point. I'm going to need a lot of luck. Actually, I also want to look at Oh, in Safari Zone. I just want to make sure there's nothing that I'm missing in the Safari Zone later that might be helpful. I don't know how to open the south extension, but I can get Spinnerack there. The north extension doesn't have anything I can use. Okay, yeah, so no, there's not going to be anything. If I get the south extension early enough, I can get Spinnerack, but I also don't know that another bug poison type is necessarily going to be helpful. Try to get to level 8 before I head up to take on May. Because I would also hate to get shut down by the first rival fight. Yeah, this run I'm definitely going to have to be a lot more careful than I usually am. Just because of how few Pokemon I have. I don't think I even have a full team until right before the 3rd gym. Which means that every teammate up to that point is going to be really important. What does Wurmple give me? Is he worth KOing? Yeah, usually I'm not worried about HP. That's actually kind of worth it. I know I have to actually get the knockout or the level up to get the EV in these older games, but a couple extra points of HP wouldn't hurt. And I do have shiny claws, like I do with all of my runs. So even if I find a shiny non-poison type, I will be able to use it if I choose. So I'll kind of see how I feel about it if that happens. I might need to KO a couple of Zigzagoon. Grimer's low speed is going to be a real issue. Because I don't think Dustox is much faster, to be honest with you. He's more defensive than anything, but he is faster at least. As is pretty standard for my runs, I haven't done a lot of research on my potential teammates. But Dustox does learn Confusion at level 10. So that might be that might be an answer. I wish the level cap was a little higher for Roxanne so I could get it Protect. So I think if I were to have a situation where I got a shiny Wurmple, just going back to shiny claws, I would use it no matter which way it branched off, just because it sort of makes sense. Some butterflies can be poisonous, I believe. So that's kind of how I would handle that. Oof, the experience gains are not great, but I need the one more level. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to switch moves around so I don't accidentally click Poison Grass when I want to use Pound. There we go. Okay. And then I can just gain the rest of my levels on the way to Roxanne. You know what? I've got a potion that I can use. I'm just going to do that instead of going to the center. And I won't be doing the post-game fight with Steven. Which I was planning on doing the post-game fight with Red on Silver, but, you know, that obviously didn't work out. But I as soon as I beat Wallace, that'll be, well, assuming I beat Wallace, that'll be the end of the run. Okay, there's Disable. That'll actually be huge against Roxanne. I don't remember if her Geodudes know any ground moves. Let me see. Okay, no ground moves, so that'll be helpful. Okay, good. That takes away part of my concern about her gym. If her Geodude had any sort of ground move, I would be more worried. I do really enjoy the music for these games. Of course, I say that about every Pokemon game, so. Oh, there you go. Okay, I'm hurrying. Okay, while I keep going, go ahead and run this first ad, and we will be back in just a couple of minutes. You beat me on your first try. That's excellent. May's been helping with my research for a long time. Since history of the trainer already. Ordered this for my research, but I think you should have this Pokédex. Huzzah. Okay, Pokeballs. Well, as I mentioned, I don't have any encounters until Petalburg Woods. Yes. Okay, I'll go get them, Mom. Youngster Calvin. At least he's not Youngster Joey and his top-rated Lugia. Sumies. Yeah, I think using kind of a niche type like poison is good because, you know, it adds a different layer of challenge to some of the game. Like if I had gotten, say, grass type, the first gym would have been pretty easy. So it's cool to have a type that actually doesn't have anything it's super effective against as far as major types. And then I also have to find a way around Watson's Magneton in Gym 3. So, definitely an interesting type to use in this region. Dark types would have been cool because I could have started with I think Absol's the latest one you get. So that would have been kind of cool, but there just wasn't enough dark types to justify that as my type choice. Because I wouldn't have even been able to use C-Dot until, I think, gym number 2. So it would have been basically a solo run still, just like this one. No, because I would have had Poochyena too, so. Dadu! I'm growing! This kid right here getting a 1% Ralts on his first encounter. I actually think if he's unlucky enough, he can actually KO this Ralt if he gets 2 critical hits there. Mm-hmm. And also his Ralt could be shiny, technically. Okay. I believe so. I'll be glad when I can get lost in a dark cave, because then that means I'm getting Zubat. Yeah, yep, we came from far away. Actually, I think the lore is they came from Johto. Yeah, actually I don't need to worry about my Pokemon getting poisoned. So I'm going to buy another 5 of these. Buy another 3 of these for now. What I do need is some Paralyze heals. Okay. And now I'm ready to run. What do you want? Oh yeah, I forgot this guy's different than in Ruby and Sapphire. He doesn't show up. Okay. Okay.
Getting ready to stand up just now.
Uh-huh.
And Krupa came walking in there. I go, Krupa, and goes, wow, wow. I was like, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get into Petalburg Woods with minimum trainer battles so that I can get my Cascoon, and I'll come back and clear the route to get the experience I need for it. Okay, I think she only has the one full restore, so... I think there's a couple more trainers on the beach. Let's see, I need Cascoon. There we go. Easy enough.
I needed some crunch to go with mine.
That's why I bought the extra bag of chips.
I appreciate that. Those are good chips, dude.
Mm-hmm. Oh. I've actually had my layout fixed up since before stream and just forgot to turn on the Pokemon. Okay. So this is Spencer. It's a good gender neutral name, so that works to get one of the other Pretty Little Liars in. Let me go back and heal. Oh, no. Let me, use this potion so I don't get KO'd on the way back. Might have to heal one more time before we get to town. Just to make sure. Let's move Spencer up front. To begin the switch training. I wish there was a dark poison type I could get in this game. Yeah, these are my only two teammates for the first gym badge, so... Okay, good. I think I have a good defense nature on Spencer, so that'll be helpful to survive some rock moves. Well, that's good. At least it'll keep them off your desk. Yep, that's one of their favorite blankets. Mm. That makes sense. And now you have cats who will just steal your blanket from you just in general. I don't know why I did harden there instead of switching. It's part of why I don't really miss switch training that much.
I'm putting my bunch of ones in here.
Mm.
So I'll eat them all. And have me some snackies during the week.
Yeah, I'm almost done with my sweet tarts. Okay, while I'm doing a little bit of grinding, I'm going to run this ad and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. So I'm looking right now. Slackoff has only been in the original Hoenn games and their remakes, Black and White 2 and Scarlet and Violet. Yep. So they were missing from the Switch until Scarlet and Violet. And the same with Poochyena, if you don't count BDSP. I believe they were only... Yeah. Yep. Because they're not even actually native to BDSP. You can catch them in the underground. Yep, Ruby Sapphire and Emerald, XY, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, and the Teal Mask. Okay, let's go back and heal real quick. I have a double battle on the other side of the woods that if you have 2 Pokemon, you have to do it. So I want to go ahead and at least get Cascoon to level 10. So I have Dustox to do that fight with. Excuse me. Really? You're a little late on those screamies there. And then Zigzagoon, I don't think regular Zigzagoon has appeared in the wild on the Switch. Yeah, the only version of Zigzagoon that has appeared on the Switch is the Galarian. So, well, yeah, BDSP, but it doesn't have a Dex entry. Yeah, it doesn't appear in a regional Dex as itself. Well, maybe it'll show up in Winds and Waves. I kind of wish it and its Galarian brother had been in ZA. I think the only thing that shows up in the woods that I haven't seen is Shroomish. Yeah. I know every time I ride across the fields in Galar, I try to avoid the Galarian Lanoon over by the daycare. Okay. It's poison, just in case he goes for yawn. Because it does, Zigzagoon does show up in X and Y, so it would have made sense for it to be in Legends. Ugh. This will probably be the longest bit of grinding I have to do, because I think I can just use trainers to train up the rest of my team going forward. And I don't catch Viper until right before the 4th gym. And I think it's the one I catch the latest, so... I really just have to get Arya and Spencer ready for Roxanne. Honestly, I thought about going back and catching some Zigzagoon to carry around with me to use pickup. I just wouldn't be able to use them in battle. That might not be a bad idea. Let's see, can you be found on 104? You cannot, so I gotta go back to 103. Wingle. Yeah, I'll just go back and snag 4 Zigzagoon to carry around. Yeah. Have the zigzags with me so I can get some items. Hey, stop your crap, Tracer. Peanut was in here first. And those Zigzagoon, I think it shows up better on the first route, but... Tell her, Peanut, don't let her bully you. Well, Peanut just growled at her, so... Yeah, because if I can get some rare candies from Zigzagoon, then that'll be more than helpful. Okay. It is the least common spawn on this route. Okay, now I gotta check and see if it even has pickup. Which I think that's their most common ability. Yep, okay. Some of them have gluttony, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. Okay, is it more common on 102? I feel like Zigzagoon is unnecessarily rare. Nope, it's a low percent spawn on the next route too. Okay. Well, the good thing is, okay, running from battles doesn't count. But while I'm training, especially, I can make use of pickup. Sammy, do you mind taking care of that for me? Okay. Come on, we have some Zigzagoon. Guess I ought to just start knocking these guys out. No, that's not worth it. That's not worth it. Didn't realize Zigzagoon was so hard to find early on. He's, I think, more common on the later routes he shows up on, honestly. 118, Gen 3. Yeah, he's the main spawn later on. Let's see. Okay, so all I'll be picking up at this point, I'd have to get to level 21 to even have a chance to pick up rare candies. Maybe I'll snag some later when I'm a little further along and they're a little higher level. I forgot Emerald was the first game to make it level based. Okay, back to Petalburg. Let's go ahead and heal. I am keeping the one I caught on my team because it can get me some potions and such. And as long as he doesn't show up in battle, I haven't broken my own rules. I think there might be a point later where I don't quite have a full team yet and can catch some higher level Zigzagoon. Okay, I gotta finish my train up. I gotta get Cascoon up to level 10. There's my first Shrimish. I also don't want to get caught out by the magma or aqua grunt that you fight here in just a minute. I can't remember which one it is in Emerald. It's been probably 3 years since I've actually played Emerald. And I know it's a little bit away, but I'm really worried about the Psychic Gem. That's going to be a tough one to kind of figure out. I haven't been checking the Zigzagoon. Guess I need to do that if I'm going to carry it around. Okay, so levels 1 through 10. Potion, full heal, super potion, great ball, repel, escape rope, X attack, and then 4% for full heal, and ultra ball, and then 1% for hyper potion and nugget. Nugget wouldn't be bad. Not that I have a whole lot that I can realistically buy. Almost to the next level. Come on. Oh. It was not a rare candy. I was hoping there'd be a rare candy in here so I could just top that last level off. Why don't you do it? Okay.
Come on, Linton. Let's go get dinner. Come on, Natty Bear. Oh, little nose. Get him. Nope. Come on, Linton. Let's go get dinner.
Okay, I'm gonna do this battle real quick, and then I'm gonna run the ad and take my halfway break. And then when we come back, we'll finish getting this last level on Spencer. Okay, yeah, like I said, I'm going to run this ad, and we will be right back in just a couple of minutes. Okay, we are back. Okay. Probably got to head back to Petalburg here in just a second.
I put them on 4. I'm gonna set me an alarm for an hour
Mm-hmm.
and check them.
Okay.
And then go from there.
Okay. So I've been shiny hunting Eevee on my leaf green file. Just to try it out. I really like how quick the resets are on the Switch version of Leaf Green. So I've been doing that. I wanted to use a Pokemon. I'm trying to use Pokemon I haven't used, or at least not much. Because I've used Bulbasaur pretty frequently, and he was my starter again. But I decided to, when I get the shiny Eevee, to use Vaporeon as my water type for the playthrough. I don't think I've ever used Vaporeon on a team, so. Man, I need this level 10 so I can have confusion, so I can actually use my other teammate. After we get past Roxanne, I will have 2 more teammates. because I'll get Tentacruel and Zubat on in or around Dewford. So and then after that, I think I get let me look at those encounters real quick. I will get Gloom and Gulpin before gym number 3. And then it looks like Coughing and Viper before gym number 4. So it will be a little bit before we have a full team. So I need to remember to take the item off of Zigzagoon. Oh yeah, I'm just going to snooze the ads here. Yeah, that'll put us at 2 hours and 15 minutes for the next set of ads. Which then puts us at 2 hours and 45 for the last one. Yeah, I really need this level. I forgot to take the item off Zigzagoon again. Get the item off Zigzagoon. An escape rope. First item it picked up is a little bit of a dud. Okay, this gets the level up. There we go. Puts us at Dustox. Which is a major power upgrade. Mainly because he actually has attacking moves. Okay. So right now, the one thing that Dustox can't deal with is Dark types. So I think it learns Gust at 12 or 13. And I don't have a clue when it learns a bug move. .34 with Silver Wind. Okay. Okay, I can actually use my Dustox now. So that will help. That's not what I meant to do. I gotta rearrange the moves. I kind of figured that was going to be your reaction when you saw who I was fighting. Yeah, you did. It didn't take me as long to get it as it took you, but it took me a while when I did the radar chain for it. Yeah, you hunted it for a long while. Okay, I don't have cut, so I can't go that way yet. Yeah. I'm just trying to stock up on some stuff. Okay. I don't usually touch the berries because I feel bad about not replanting them. But this playthrough, I'm going to have them to use as some stopgap healing items and such. Pretty much I need to give both my Pokemon an Oran Berry to hold. You also need to steal ZA from me and play some more of that at some point. Listen here, rich boy Winston. Tired of your nonsense. Oh, I'm so fancy, and I have a full restore for my Zigzagoon. Well, if you want me to, I can bring that with me when I come that way tonight. So that way, after we're done watching our videos during dinner, we can play that. Go ahead and stay out. I need I don't have cuts still. Okay, I was a little over-prepared for that battle, but it's better than losing the run to that battle. Honestly, if I thought I would remember them, I would plant the Lepa berries again, but I don't really see myself remembering that I have those available. Nope, okay, bullet seed's not an option. Oh, splash. Yeah, if I can get you to level 12, I'll be doing alright. Okay. X defend that I can't use. Oh, I didn't mean to walk back out. Oh, unless you were wanting to do our Soul Link tonight or play Supermarket, then I won't bring ZA with me. Be entirely up to you. Okay. I'll have to wrestle you if you forget. Ah, so the people with the last name Stone like to collect rare stones, huh? It's a little on the nose there, bud. Can I go into the Pokemon Center? Oh yeah, this guy gives me Cut, which I can't use till I beat Roxanne. Okay, Scott. Oh, okay, that's definitely worth coming in here for. I might end up needing that to get past Roxanne. Ah, you people in Hoenn, you don't even know. Yeah, it's not easy to come up with meals every day, lady, I agree. Tell him the words. There we go. Those are the words. Then you can't even interact with her. You're surrounded by stuffed animals. Yeah, considering you can get both Shedot and Lotad in this game, I would have no reason to ever trade a Ralts for a C dot. Let's see, I don't think there's anybody I can fight up here at this point. But I can snag a super potion. And I think to finish up my leveling before the gym, I'm going to go ahead and clear Route 116. Which, as far as I know, doesn't have any of the Pokemon I need. Poochyena, Skitty, Tailo, Nincada, Abra, and Whisper. Nope. Nothing I need off this route. I'm definitely not going into a gym under-leveled on this run. There's too many things that could go wrong. Okay, there's a kid up here. At 4. Oh, you're good.
Oh, did that just now join you?
Yeah.
I posted in the family chat. Somebody should start chatting right now.
Don't be snarky on my stream.
Oh.
Save that for your own stream.
Well, Dad showed up on my streamer at the normal time, so I get to pick on him. Just like I get to pick on you.
No.
Blah, blah.
Okay. I can't get to those berries just yet because I don't have the ability to use cut.
You don't have any pepper berries? Berries? I don't know why. I just went and stirred the beans. They have enough to ready.
Okay. If we have to, we'll do sandwiches tonight and do...
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
It was only 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to check them every 30 minutes so that way I don't run out of water.
Go ahead and snooze this ad for another 5 minutes. I don't know how my timing got off.
But yeah, I went ahead and went in there, stirred them.
Okay.
Plus, I still have to put together the stack up,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna do that at 6:30 because it's gonna take about 30 minutes to.
Yeah. Ooh, man, you sure did snap out of confusion quick. Okay, there's Gust. That'll be helpful. Ooh, an Ultra Ball. That'll be very helpful. Ugh. So glad you weren't shiny. That would have been bad for me, man. Oh, yeah, I forgot these guys will both attack me at the same time. Well, I guess I get to see how I do against the Geodude. Actually, I'm curious, can I poison a Geodude? I can, I just need to get lucky with my RNG on that. It's not who I meant to hit. There we go. Okay, so I'll have to poison Roxanne's Geodude. That shouldn't have happened had I actually attacked the right one. I think part of my problem is going to be dealing with some of the trainers that have Whiscash. Whiscash is a little stronger, and it tends to know ground moves. A lot of what I fight early on isn't necessarily going to have ground moves. Yeah, I mean, I will have Crobat to counter any potential ground moves, but also if it hits with like Surf or Waterfall or anything like that, that would also be an issue. Okay, now I have to run this ad. I don't have any more snoozes, so we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Okay, so it takes 1/4 damage from poison moves. Ooh. Okay, so Arya's job is to poison. I'm not too worried about this one. When... Okay, you don't learn Toxic by level up. The elemental punches. Does learn Toxic by TM. So I'm gonna look at Dust Toxin moveset again. While I have a few. Oh, I'm back. I thought I was still at ad. Okay, so let's see. Emerald. The level up moveset's not great for Dust Tox. Yeah, the ads are over. Dust Tox does learn Toxic, which is helpful. It can learn Psychic, it can learn Thief. Could learn Solar Beam, which would be helpful. Sunny Day. Hidden Power. It all depends on what his hidden power is, because that could also be helpful on all my Pokemon. And I think I can buy multiple copies of hidden power. Okay, let me heal, and then I need to grind just a little bit more. Just to get those last couple of levels I need. Tomorrow I should make better progress than I have today, because I won't have to, I shouldn't have to switch train anybody else going forward. Luckily, getting a hold of Zubat gives me a flyer, Tentacool gives me a surfer. I might be able to toss strength on Arya. Oddish has Leech Seed, that's helpful. Yeah, I was just thinking about the HM moves that I need. Unfortunately, I think Tentacool might be loaded down with some of them. Because of Dive and Waterfall. Dive, Waterfall, and Surf for sure. I'll have to kind of take a look at my team and see how that distribution plays out. Every so often you get somebody who can learn a strange move that you're not expecting. Such as... Okay, Swallow can learn Strength and Rock Smash. Surf's not the one I'm worried about. It's, Waterfall. Okay, so if I need Waterfall, which I think I do at the end of the game, I do not have anybody on the team currently that can learn it. Because Tentacruel cannot. I think Dive might have the same issue. Yeah, I'll have to have Dive before I get Kyogre, unfortunately. So I'll have to figure out who I can snag for that. Yeah. Because I have to have Dive for all those story events. Going into Hoenn, I should have chose Water type as my Monolocke, but then I would have just swept the entire game with Swampert. Yep, pretty much. But the options I would have had. Lotad and Pelipper and Whiscash, Sharpedo, the Spiel line, Relicanth, Wailmer, Tentacool, Gyarados. Huh. Of course. Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure we both need to go to the chiropractor. I think my cousin from Nintendo is going to visit tonight and give me some rare candies going forward. Because if I do have to grind again, I don't want to have to necessarily sit here forever doing this. It's the worst part of runs in older games. Almost to level 15 with Grimer, Arya. What I need to do, just as soon as I get the other side of this battle, is save. Considering I haven't, and I've been on for 2 hours and 25 minutes. Gotta remember to check Zigzagoon. Yeah. Well, she's not waking up anytime soon in here. Okay. Good, have something that's super effective against Ninkata. Yeah. As long as he doesn't do his hard head drop fall asleep, I think we're good. Goodbye, Abra. Didn't think I was strong enough to one-shot it. Yeah, that would probably be a good thing for him to do. Nice. Oh man. Let's see, I need to look at. Okay, his special defense, Nosepass's special defense is really low, so if I use, well, I say really low, it's 90, which is super good for a Pokemon this early. But Spencer is going to need to be level 15 because she's my counter with confusion. Okay, my chair's very squeaky and it's getting on my nerves at the moment. Oh, man. Got about 25 minutes left. 24 minutes. Hey, Mandy. How's it going? Not too bad. Not too bad. Just trying to level up my teammates. How has the Dead by Daylight been going today? Okay. 2, maybe 3 more battles should get me there. Gotta remember to check Zigzagoon for an item. Oh. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of people who do that. That's part of why I didn't really ever play Halo 2 online that much. What you stabbing me for?
Mm-hmm. Because I can.
Okay.
I think it's almost time for me to go check the food.
Okay.
I'm waiting for my...
Well, I will be here.
Yeah. Do we want to just do rice in the rice cooker and then, like, cook it up like some Spanish rice after it?
Were we...
Do we want to do rice?
I'm good without it.
Okay.
Because the rice cooker, I don't have the rice cooker cleaned up at the moment.
Oh, okay. You didn't put it in one of the loads?
No, well, because
Hey.
I don't know if the...
Oh, you don't know if it can go in there.
Yeah, I've never put it in the dishwasher.
I don't know if it can.
I'm sure it probably can, but...
Huh.
Yeah, a lot of those people that play some of those games as much as some of those people probably do need to occasionally go touch grass.
Okay, I'm gonna go stir these.
Okay. I actually think I need to get out back and mow the grass here in the next couple of days. Probably do it on Sunday. Been getting all the rain and warm weather. There we go. Okay, good. So I am going to get the gym in today. Let's go heal, take on Roxanne. And we'll see where we're at from there.
I think another 30 minutes and they're gonna be done.
Okay. No, I don't want to fight that kid. I'm trying to avoid as many unnecessary battles now. Okay.
Is everybody healed?
Yeah, I just went to the center.
Oh, look, I changed mine.
Okay, I should be faster than Nose Pass.
But yeah, Bean should be done in about 30 minutes. I squished a couple and they squished real easily, but I want them to be a little softer.
Yeah.
So that way they squish even easier.
Okay.
So yeah. I think this is going to be our best batch of beans ever.
I forgot to lead with Grimer. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Good thing is, I think Dustox has shield dust, so it's not the one I wanted to disable. I missed anyways. Okay. Okay, yeah, keep going for defense curl, that's fine. Okay, she burned one of her potions. Had I realized she was going to do that then, I would have... Oh, don't disable. I need you to not hit. Of course it hit. Wonder if I can... That's definitely not going to do it. Man, 2 in one stream? Are you serious? Okay, I am allowing myself items in battle. This is a game where the other trainers use them. I'm not gonna sit there and heal spam, but... Okay, poison will kill him. Gonna need to poison. And... Wish I had a snooze right now so I could push these ads off a little bit. I won't have one for 17 minutes. Let me go ahead and run these ads so that way y'all don't miss too much of this gym leader. Okay, there's our other potion. I'm at +4 now. +5. +6. Okay. So I think beyond a crit, oof, still a lot of damage. Okay, Geodude's down. Okay, so I just spent the last little part of the ad break getting to +6 defense with Harden. Hopefully I can get past Nose Pass without very much problem. I need a Confusion to pop. Seven. If he crits or gets a high roll here, I think I lose Spencer. Okay. Not getting the Confusion is not ideal. I don't know if that's going to help unless she misses. Oh, good. Tackle's perfect. I can deal with tackle. I really need you to miss a Rock Tomb. Okay. This will be my third item, so I'm going to call that all the items I get. What, do you have a wide lens or something? What is going on here? Okay, there we go. That is a tough fight. Now I have my own Rock Tomb. Which I'll probably miss every time I go to use it. No, that's not this run. That's the other one. Okay, well, sucks to be you. I gotta go heal real quick. Also need to check and see. I might be able to make it to Dewford and get my 2 encounters down that direction. Oh, I got a couple of things to update while I'm getting where I'm going. We've got badge number 1. The level cap goes up to 18. That is here. Well, I might not make it to Dewford if I keep hitting every encounter in the grass. I got you, old man. There's only 3 levels between where I am and where I'm going to be going. I can at least get to Dewford and get the tentacle encounter. Okay, Mr. Briny, I'll see you here in a few minutes to collect on the life debt. Repel, that's not bad. I do need to teach cut. To my resident HM intern. Actually, I think I'm going to come back here after I get my encounters. There's some trainers I can fight up there. I'll do that at the start of the next stream. Okay, I'll go with you. Typical corporation looking for unpaid labor. Oh yeah, that's right. He gives me Pokénav. And he gives me free healing. Okay, I guess you're not so bad, Mr. Stone. I kind of wish one of the Hoenn fossils was poison, because I would totally use one of them. Yes. Okay, I'm not going to make it to Dewford. I will go in here and heal real quick. I will stop in the Pokemart. I don't think this is one that has 2 sellers in it. May. Go ahead and get 5 of those. Okay, well, I appreciate everyone hanging out. We'll be back with this tomorrow. I got past probably the scariest early game fight. Because I can figure out some way around Watson's Magneton. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. And don't have anyone to raid today, so again, appreciate everyone hanging out. Had a really good time with this. Emerald's fun. Emerald's really fun when you know that you're going to be able to play through it and not lose your file necessarily. Yeah, we'll see everyone tomorrow. And until we do, I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow, I guess, is what I was about to say. But yeah, have a good one, everybody.